Their favorite anytime snack, delivered piping hot right to the warehouse's front door. They've had their fair share of fun with Terry's far-fetched blimp delivery system. And now, they're getting serious with 2 autonomous land-based solutions. A rolling robot for delivery in the city, and a self-driving car that they hope will cross the Bay Bridge. For the rolling robot to become a practical prototype, Zaz enlisted the help of his brother, autonomous robot expert Dr. Alex Brooks, and his business partner, Alex Makarenko, the smart Alexes. While Joe Grand enlisted the help of Joe Andreas to build a pizza pie pack with electronics like a credit card reader so the pizza can only be removed by its intended customer. The not-so-average Joes spent the night burning the midnight oil, and today, with the moment of truth upon them, the guys are in front of North Beach Pizza, engineering by the seat of their pants.
Once again, we're doing things at the last minute on location. Joe Andreas and Joe Grand were up very late last night getting all the internals of the pizza pie pack working, and the thing's not quite ready. So we're still doing some last-minute modifications, so that's all going on here on the street outside North Beach Pizza.
As long as we can get the electronics in without damaging any of the connections, then I think we'll be good.
Snap. It's very much like the old game Operation where you're like, oh, you got my kidney.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys, let's get this thing loaded up on Luigi's Pizza Boy.
All right, let's do it.
And do the run.
Cool.
With the electronics all tied up, it's now time to prep Luigi and set him off on his first mission.
Yeah, you get cold out here.
We're in the final moments before the actual payoff test of the autonomous robot pizza delivery system, and we're about to make this thing roll.
Luigi's ready to go. He's anxious to start delivering pizza.
I'm anxious to eat the pizza, so I hope it gets to me.
Why don't you guys all take your positions? I'll load him up with the pizza, and then we'll see how it goes.
All right, you guys. I'll see you around the corner.
All right. I'm putting Joe Grand's pizza in tray number 4, and now I just have to enter his credit card number in there. There it goes.
Onward.
Okay.
Yesterday, Terry, Zaz, and the smart Alexes walked the 4 blocks from the pizzeria to Joe's house, so the Alexes could capture a digital map of the path that Luigi will have to follow. Today, Luigi will have to walk the route all on his own. While Luigi will only be able to deliver to one place for this prototype, future versions will have ready-made maps for citywide delivery. But for proof of concept, the stage is set and Luigi is ready to roll.
Mike North, set.
And to assure that he's as effective as a human delivery boy, the guys will be throwing a few everyday obstacles in Luigi's way.
Okay, guys, commencing pizza run. Autonomous delivery is go.
And with that, Luigi is off.
There's a few obstacles along the way that the robot knows about from the mapping process. It has to cross the street a couple of times, so it's got to make sure it knows where those ramps are so that it can roll down and not run off the curb or run into the curb. Terry and Mike are out there patrolling the route. They're going to get in the robot's way, and we're going to make sure, just like in the obstacle course test, that the robot can successfully recognize them as obstacles, get around them, and continue on to its final pizza delivery destination.
Well, that was easy. I was obstacle number 1, stood in the way, right around me. Now, I didn't even think about it.
Focused on the task at hand, Luigi has no time to deal with Terry and steers clear without missing a beat.
It then went down to obstacle 2, which was Mike pulling a car in.
That's awesome.
That was obstacle number 2, Mike North in the car.
Yep.
And the robot just took it completely in stride.
Then this was kind of the hairy one, getting up that incline and then pulling basically a 270-degree turn. This is the one.
Oh, yeah!
Luigi powers himself up the ramp and quickly gets himself back on target. There's no stopping him now, and he pulls up to a very happy Joe Grand.
Hey, my pizza arrived.
Using the credit card Zaz programmed into the system, Joe gives it a swipe. Door number 4 opens, and out pops a special delivery.
One day, not too far away, you're going to be sharing the sidewalk with robots. They're going to be walking around, delivering things.
That totally worked. It detected I took the pizza out. Yeah. It's still nice and warm. Cheers.
The thing works. If I had a hat or if I had hair, both of them off to these guys.
With the short-range solution ahead, Joe and Mike return their attention to getting a pizza transported to the island. So the next day, they once again meet with Anthony Lewandowski to map out the route for the autonomous vehicle.
You ready to do some mapping?
Absolutely. Hey, this is a different car. It is. This car is used for building a map versus the other car is the actual robot.
He'll be using a special mapping vehicle for this trial run, which employs an array of laser scanners and a GPS receiver to collect 3D topographical data. This information will be compiled into a detailed digital map for the actual delivery vehicle to follow on the big day.
So basically what we're going to do is drive around shooting people with lasers.
Correct.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do it.
Cool.
The guys make their way through the city, gathering intelligence and building a course in their hard-to-miss mobile mobile.
The system is on by now. It's logging the data. You know, just looking around, there's a lot of obstacles here. Telephone poles, we got people talking on cell phones,
Palm trees. It might seem that just because we're 2 miles away and we can see Treasure Island, that this is just going to be an easy trip, but it's not. There's a lot of city streets that this car is going to have to navigate, so there's all sorts of obstacles. The mapping process that we're doing today really is a guideline for the car, but the car is still going to have to autonomously avoid objects and make sure it doesn't crash into anything.
They arrive at the entrance to the Bay Bridge, where a whole new problem awaits. Because the vehicle will be driving on the lower level, GPS there will be unavailable, meaning during that time, the car will have to rely on its other sensors and use what is known as dead reckoning.
I don't understand how they did it in Knight Rider, because KITT was pretty high functioning, and that was like 1980 something.
Another major concern on the bridge is the very quick and narrow exit to the island that the self-driving car will have to execute.
Here's the sign for, I think, half a mile to go.
it's a really fast exit too.
Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be scary. Tight hairpin bend.
Oh, here's the
Sharp
turn.
left turn.
Don't go.
Anthony has no problem taking the tight turn. It's the autonomous car in the final test that might have the problem.
Do you have all the data you need?
And back on the island, the car cruises into home base, having gathered all the information